Oh, got it. Now we're good. What? Did you just say?
Good evening, excuse me, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here live at Lake Central High School. We're here for some coverage of varsity football here on the Lake Central YouTube channel. Here this afternoon, we got Lake Central coming in at 2-3, taking on the Michigan City Wolves. Also at 2-3, alongside me, Josh Burnett and Jack Thiel. Three-man booth today.
Not happy to be here, Giovanni.
Yeah, we really wish we could have gotten this game in last night, but you know, it's different. You know, being here on a Saturday afternoon. It's
Homecoming day, nonetheless.
Yep.
Homecoming game got canceled. Got to wait a little bit to find out who the senior king and queen are, but got a football game to get through before that. And welcome back, Jack Thiel Sports.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back for an interesting matchup. Both teams 2-3. Michigan City, I mean, the record doesn't speak for themselves. All three losses coming against good teams: Merrillville, Valpo, and Warsaw. I mean, last week, Michigan City, I should say, they got demolished, and I think they're looking for a bounce back. And this is a great way to do it. Go to a Lake Central team who's had one of their better seasons in a long time, riding hot. You know, Michigan City is going to be a team we could possibly be talking about, you know, in the postseason. So this is a game for them. They definitely need to bounce back on a 2-game losing streak. So you definitely look for Michigan City to make a statement today. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not happy as well coming back to Lake Central this morning. They were here last night early. Game didn't get postponed or canceled, I should say, until 20 minutes till kickoff, and they had to come here bright and early in the morning. So I'm sure Michigan City wants to make a statement today.
And on top of that, last week you mentioned the blowout loss to Merrillville on their home field. This team has to have some kind of chip on their shoulders coming into this game.
And it's not just because they didn't get blown out because they're not a good team. I mean, Merrillville is a really good team. There is a huge difference between the number 2 and the number 3 team in the region, I should say. Merrillville and Valpo are at top of the tiers, and then it's Michigan City and everybody else. So Merrillville is a really good team, and Michigan City is just looking for it. I mean, like, their 3 losses are Warsaw, Valpo, and Merrillville. Those aren't bad losses. I mean, Valpo and Merrillville are number 1 and number 2 in the region. And Warsaw's a pretty good team as well. So, I mean, you have those losses, but they're not bad losses. So they're trying to get some wins on their record to look good.
And as you mentioned, Jack, with the travel and everything for this Michigan City team, there's a lot of stress being put onto these players having to come back here Saturday morning. For Michigan City, it's to travel. For Lake Central, I mean, they've got homecoming tonight.
Michigan City is a far drive from here. It's probably about an hour, I would say,
Hour and a half, maybe?
depending on traffic and all the construction.
I would say hour and a half.
Well, I mean, with the rain last night,
Depending,
Yeah, you know
slow
what?
it
Good
down.
point.
depending on all the
And with the bus.
road construction we have in Indiana. Yeah, I mean, it's a hike to get here. So I mean, I'm sure they weren't happy. I mean, I'm sure they thought yesterday, oh, we're gonna get to sleep in on Saturday, watch some college football. Then we're going to get to watch some football on Sundays. So I'm pretty sure they just want to go out and win this one quick and get back home and enjoy their Saturday.
Get home, get dressed, do their hair.
There you go, Josh. Sounds like you're playing for today.
It is.
And mine.
And Lake Central, not with the big student section here, but
So
our
Felix
Indian is
Garcia
walking
taking
on.
that up to the 40. He's past the 40. He's to the 40, to the 35. He's going to get tackled around the 24-yard line. What a start for the Lake Central Indians.
And there is Mr. Offense in my mind. So Felix Garcia is basically the workhorse of this offense. You look at this offense, they're very not pass dependent at all. Mateo Sedano does not have one of the greatest arms. So Felix Garcia is a rough back. He will scrap for yards, get those extra yards, and right there we saw him go all the way to about the 23-yard line right there on a kick return. So the offense today is going to run through Sir Felix. It's wet out there. The ball's going to be slipping, so I don't really expect Sedano to throw the ball. It's going to be the Sir Felix Garcia game if LC wants to win tonight.
Yeah, and Josh got a chance to talk with him 2 weeks ago. Very humble guy, I have to say.
Absolutely. You know, did the interview. Absolutely love the guy. Expecting a big day from him.
But on the other hand, Sedano's got to learn to be a good passer. I mean, you can't just be a run-dependent team this late in the season. People watch the film, and you see right there a loss of play because I'm pretty sure Michigan City knows what LC's going to run most of the time, a running play, because Sedano does not have the greatest arm. So I think he needs to develop just some kind of passing IQ for late in the season.
Our last game here at the Burial Grounds, it seemed like the whole first half, Sedano, whenever he would throw, it would go right off his wide receiver's fingertips. You know, he wasn't putting it in their chest, not even putting it in their palms even, just as high up as he could where they could still kind of touch it.
Flag on the player.
And that's not what you want from a quarterback when you're trying to just hit some, quick slants over the middle.
Yeah, and it'd be different. I mean, in the past years, Bundalo was a quarterback, and he arguably had the best arm in the region. I mean, he could throw the ball so far. And as a defense, you would have to watch that. Now with Sedano, I mean, he doesn't throw the ball deep at all. When he does throw it, it's like a 2-yard pass. So defenses kind of are they're in that blitz defense in my mind. I mean, they're going to blitz. Some, defensive backs are going to drop back for the pass, but most blitz for that run. And they got to bring down Sir Felix. I mean, one guy cannot bring him down. He's a tough player.
Michigan City stacking the box.
And, yeah.
And
good call right there.
Looked like they had maybe 6 or 7 guys up on the line of scrimmage there.
Secondary got there a little too early. And, sometimes it's hard to time that as a secondary. I mean, he just got there a little too early. It's early in the game. He'll work on that.
And for Lake Central, it's very crucial to at least get some points on the board here. And the kicker, Derek Bolden, he's had some struggles this year.
And I don't think it's going to be an easy game to kick. I mean, it downpoured. It didn't even stop. I mean, it kind of started raining now, but yeah, it's not going to be an easy game to
Over
kick.
the middle, and that one is
That's
incomplete.
off of Danny Nichols' hands there. I don't know how many times we said that in the when he's running a post route into the end zone. But
see, that's one you have to catch right there. I mean, that was a good throw by Sedano. Hit him right in the chest. The secondary was on the back of him. I mean, that's a ball you got to catch. So that's 6 points or 7 on the board right there.
Now, it seems like every game here, Lake Central's first drive has ended with a post shot to Danny Nichol in the end zone. And has he came down with a single one yet this year, Giovanni? Do you know?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not at home.
Yeah, at least not in the first quarter.
Bolden's kick is up,
Yeah.
and
That's good.
that one's good. And Lake Central's up 3-0.
Still got to give credit to Michigan City's defense right there after giving that huge kickoff return. I mean, it looked like LC was going to put points on the board. I mean, or I should say a touchdown on the board.
And
so
they should have.
Yeah, and I mean, Michigan City's defense stood tall. And, I would take that 3 on how that drive started any day.
We got to see how Lake Central's defense responds here.
Yeah, I mean, in my days calling games, I've seen a lot of explosive plays by the other team. So I'm very interested to see how this LC defense is going to be. I mean, can't expect to give up big plays and then win the game. You got to have a defense that can stop the offense. It's hard in high school because all these offenses are explosive. I mean, these coaches and players are so, they got all this athleticism and all these crazy plays going on. But if you're LC, you got to stop them. I mean, imagine being 3-3 going into games against Valpo, Merrillville. I mean, that's pretty good.
Those are the top 2 in the region right there.
That's what I'm saying.
And then next week they go to Chesterton.
And there you go.
That's another great team.
That's what I'm saying. This is a big game for LC because they have a hard schedule in front of them, and then sectionals are up. You definitely want to have some momentum going into the late season, especially when you play teams like Merrillville and Valpo, because if you beat one of those teams, you're riding high.
So Michigan City with a nice chunk of yardage on that return. Looked like it was number 84, Demetrius Garrett Jr., senior wide receiver.
And you talk about Lake Central sectional, it changed a little bit. Portage is no longer in their sectional. It's now Lafayette Jefferson.
And Portage, the team they beat this year, the only team in their conference they beat so far. So
Yeah, and along with Crown Point and Merrillville, they lost to here at home last year.
Merrillville is a dominating team this year. I mean, if you have not seen or heard about them, watch our live stream. When is that game, Giovanni?
That's senior night. That's October 11th, I believe.
Tune into that game if you want to see a dominating team because they have a lineman that's 6'7". Merrillville's going to be a dominating team this year.
Merrillville, we were talking about them earlier in the game. They beat Michigan City.
Yeah.
What was the final score of that game? 42-6.
It was a very
46-7.
very decisive game, and Michigan City is a good team. I mean, it's not saying they're bad. It's just Merrillville. They're a good team, and they were close with Valpo as well as a more defensive game. They just couldn't get it, so they're there, but they just got to find a way to pull out with it.
He's going to toss one over the middle, and that is caught at the 43.
Number 4, Michael Bradford on the reception.
And a catch right there by the receiver. An interesting homecoming because it is homecoming tonight. Coach Brett St. Germain, who used to be the old coach of the Lake Central Indians, is back at the burial grounds today. It's crazy to think about that. If you guys don't remember Coach St. Germain, he was...
And it's intercepted by Lake Central. He's going to take it all the way just to about midfield.
Got to work on the chip drills there. That was Carter Schuster.
We'll see if they bring out the title belt here, as they tend to do on turnovers.
Yes, they do.
And Lake Central gets the ball back in a good spot here.
Marked at their 49-yard line. Excuse me.
This is where you got to put a touchdown on the board. You can't just expect to win the game by field goals. You got to have a touchdown here. I mean, LC's 2 drives this game deep in Michigan City territory, and they're right at the 50-yard line right now. I mean, this is so favorable for Lake Central right now. They got to take advantage.
And Michigan City, just looking a little bit fatigued. Maybe it's the travel from coming out here last night, then again this morning.
And the thing is, if that is the case, I mean, they'll be ready when second half comes. I mean, they had a nice drive going, just, the ball just tipped out of the receiver's hands, and the man comes there. I mean, it's unfortunate because it looked like that was a good drive. They had that 22-yard pass, and then LC was right there where the ball was, and that's good defense.
So Ryan Mayton, single receiver at the bottom of your screen here.
Sir Felix Garcia in the backfield. Sedano, he's going to throw it, and that one is caught. Diego Garcia, number 11, has the first down for the Indians.
Perfect pass there, right into Garcia's chest on the slant route.
Good RPO right there by Sedano. I mean, Sir Felix had nothing. He pulled the ball back, slung it for the first down. I mean, that's what you got to ask for your quarterback right there. You got to make that throw. I mean, that's a 10, 11-yard gain right there. Those are the throws you need. You don't need those 50-yard bombs, but you definitely need the consistent passes for first downs.
And Sedano, he's not a dumb quarterback. He's a very smart player. His dad's been around football. I believe his dad was a Pop Warner coach for a little bit too. Sedano was on the Tri-Town Raiders, so he's been around football his whole life. And
we know Sedano can catch the ball as well. He played receiver last year as Bundalo was the starting quarterback. So Sedano definitely can be receiving the ball at times. So he's definitely a versatile player for the LC Indians.
And he's a guy that this Lake Central team rallies around. They respect him. He really is the leader of his team, a player the guys can really rally around as he takes it. So now he's going to throw to his right, and that one is broken up.
That was number 18 for Michigan City there.
You got to be
Jeremiah Newsom.
LC has to be fortunate right there. I mean, number 18 had that in the grasp of his hands, and if he caught that, he would have been long gone. So that's a close play right there. And you talk about respecting Sedano. Yeah, I mean, he's a transfer from Marion Catholic High School. Not many people knew who he was, and he made an immediate impact last year and this year as well. So the team definitely it's behind him, and he's definitely a leader on this team.
I mean, As you said, Sedano was wide receiver last year, but I did not see him go to catch a single pass yet this year. No
Yeah,
wildcat plays, no trick plays, just kind of simplified offense, bread and butter for this team.
yeah. I imagine they're just gonna leave Sedano at quarterback. Let him, you know, you only get better if you do what you want him to do, and what they want him to do is throw the ball more. I mean, if you're not gonna let him throw, he's not gonna get better at it. So you definitely have to let him throw the ball if you want him to make those passes, because once he gets in the rhythm, then he's going to find those players, and that's what you want if you're Coach Bartolomeo.
And Sedano's going to punt this one away.
And he's got a bit of a leg right here, and that's going to go in LC's bounce right there as it's
Now,
inside the 10-yard line.
Now, Jack, last week, Sedano had the best punt you could ask for from 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. The best punt you could ask for. Dropped down at around between the 15 and the 20. Kept rolling, all the way down to the goal line.
Yeah,
And then the very first play of that drive, Crown Point took it 99 yards to the house.
And the funny thing is, you know, in my 3 years calling games here, it's just the funny thing is there's always that one player who you don't expect to punt the ball but becomes the team's punter and is really good at it. Last year it was Clay Truman for the Indians. He was a good punter. This year it's Mateo Sedano who's doing a pretty good job. So it's pretty funny how punting works in high school football. It's either the quarterback or maybe some, you know, large guy, and they do a pretty good job at it.
So Lake Central swarming the running back there. Not a whole lot to get there. Maybe gain of 5.
I'm just interested in the connection between quarterback Giovanna Laurent and receiver Eaton Laurent. Seems like they got a bit of a connection right there. So I want to see how they work on the field together, you know.
It's Caleb Griffin, single high safety for the Lake Central defense.
And
A false start.
looks like he moved. That's 2 penalties on Michigan City. One was a false start and one was encroachment. So
I think that's on number 62, the left tackle, Drake Adams.
So that's going to erase all the progress Michigan City just got on that 5-yard run.
definitely a little sloppy right now for Michigan City. I mean, it's the middle of the first quarter, nothing to panic about yet.
Definitely could be some of that fatigue factor for Michigan City.
We should interview the bus driver and see maybe he knows something we don't.
Did they keep the lights on or off on the way home?
I don't know.
Did they give him the coach butts?
As he drops back, no one else in the backfield. That one over his hands. Caleb Griffin almost intercepts it right there.
Talk about something wrapped in a big bow and a gift and a pick six right there for Caleb Griffin.
And even if he doesn't take that one into the end zone, that would have been huge for Lake Central.
That was wrapped in the biggest bow I've seen. Oh my gosh, you got to catch that.
In the Munster game, he dropped another gimme pick there, and drops have been the story. He's been a good coverage safety. He's just unable to haul him in when it gets thrown to him. But that's why he's on defense and not playing wide receiver.
Oh, but Lake Central really needed that one right there.
Would have had another great drive starting in great territory.
The Indians have had tremendous starting field position here.
You really hope they don't have a good play right here, because that would be sad to see.
And he is tackled right there. Not going to get the first down.
Defense is standing tall right now for Lake Central. I mean, yeah, they've missed some opportunities, but they're standing tall. I mean, that 22-yard pass was given up, and then they picked it off right there after dropping interception. They're still standing tall, stop the quarterback, and Michigan City is going to punt deep. I mean, the punter's in the end zone, so LC could get this in Michigan City territory.
Yes, Caleb Griffin's lined up way farther than the 50, and kick is up.
Not a bad punt.
Griffin fields it at around the 49-yard line.
And he's going to get tackled about the 35.
Looks like he took down Michigan City coach there.
And once again, LC is in great field position. I mean, the first drive was a touchdown, second one was no points. I mean, it's not going to be like this the whole game for Lake Central. You got to take advantage of this. I mean, they're not going to get this great of field positioning the whole game.
I mean, the Indians have not scored in the first quarter at all this year. But they also
Time to
really
break
haven't
it.
crossed the 50
It's
in
time
the
to
first
break
quarter
that
of the
streak.
season. So with this tremendous field position, seems like they're getting, they're getting a little antsy out there.
And the defense has definitely done their homework on Sir Felix Garcia. I mean, other than that return, he's not really done much on the ground. I mean, this defense is quick to him. And I really feel like it's going to have to come down to Sedano's arm. I mean, it looks like most of their yards are coming from pass plays.
Yeah, you got to watch the box for this Michigan City team. And look how many guys are up on the line. That's 5 guys at the line of scrimmage. No safeties back.
And they got a receiver. If they got a receiver beating that secondary, you got to throw it fast.
Michael hauls it in.
He's got the first down and more. He goes to just about the 20-yard line.
Apologies, that was fullback Ricky Guerrero there on the reception.
Got to give the fullback some love. They don't get much love, but you got to give them some love.
Lined up wide, too.
And that's what you got to do. Spread out the defense. Don't have it so bunched up in one area. You got to spread it out, maybe put some new players out there. Just a short pass for 2 yards turns into a first down right there for the Indians.
Garcia, single wide receiver.
And once again,
Guerrero's still in there.
no safeties for the Michigan City defense.
Flag on the play after Garcia gets to about the 19-yard line there.
This could be a hold, and it will be a hold on the offense.
In comes Curtis Gills for Ricky Guerrero.
Curtis Gills is at 6'1". I want to see him run a vert right here. I mean, Michigan City hasn't really shown that they're going to buy a pass at all. I mean, they have no safeties back, playing man-to-man. I mean, if Gills could beat the secondary, he's a 6'1" guy. I mean, he can definitely go up and grab the ball.
Sedano pressured, and that one is flowed right over the middle. Lucky.
I don't know who that was, too.
That was a designed screen pass there, but it looked like Garcia just got kind of caught up in the crowd of O-linemen.
And smart by Sedano to throw that there. I mean, you can't throw it out. That would have been intentional grounding, and you don't want to get sacked 20 yards back. So, I mean, really the only thing he could have done there.
And back to Curtis Gills. We've seen him run a lot of, quick hitch routes, quick curl routes. And he's been really good on those, just catch it and go, throw out a stiff arm maybe. Nice, safe plays.
Well, 2nd and 19 right here. I mean, you got to imagine them throwing the ball.
Just watch Nichol on the post here.
Sedano goes deep, and that one's going to be over the head of his receiver.
Tough one right
over
there.
Daniel Nichol.
That's asking for danger right there. I mean, not accurate, and 2 Michigan State secondaries in the end zone. That was close.
Giovanni, we've both commentated, plenty of games this year. And, it seems like the Indians' offense is just getting predictable at this point.
And that one is to Diego Garcia. Could not turn around in time. And we'll see what else he decides to do here on 4th down.
I think you go for it. I don't think they're
4th and 19.
I mean, you got to get something. And they're probably just going to punt it, yeah. I'm just saying, I mean, 3 drives and 3 great field positioning, and they only get 3 points out of it. I mean, if you're Parliament, you got to get something more.
Yeah, not the desired.
And we'll see if he can get a good punt here.
performance for the
Merrillville
City,
almost, or
That
excuse me,
thing
Michigan State almost got to that one.
And another great punt.
Yeah, barely got it off, too, as
That thing was in the air for a long time.
number 7 for Michigan City. Kawana Rufus almost got in there for the block.
So let's see what we'll get from Michigan City the first drive.
Once again, deep in their own territory.
First drive was an interception. Second drive, nothing really going for them. I mean, I'm sure Coach Phil Mason, he's wondering where his offense is at. It's only the first quarter, but still, I mean, you don't want to, get your offense in a funk too late and not have no time to come back.
And that one's going to go, and there's a flag on the play here.
This could be coming back.
Jonathan Flemings was the one who got the snap on that one. We'll see what they call.
Face mask on defense. It's a big killer right there for LC.
Man in motion. Ooh, bad snap.
He keeps it. Oh, he's got a lot of
He's
room.
got some room to run. Marco Schiappone trying to catch up to him, and he gets him out around the 46-yard line.
Now, I don't even know if Laurent was touched on that play.
I mean, you got to give credit to Laurent on that. That ball looked like it was going in the end zone. Grabs it with one hand and just takes it for a huge gain right there.
Showing off all types of athleticism there.
What could have been a disaster right there for Michigan City if he didn't catch that.
Yeah,
Now they're into Lake Central territory.
it looked like it was a run play, but I mean, it just the snap was so bad he just had to keep it and run for it.
So it looks like the sun's trying to creep out here.
That's good. We need the sun. Another bad snap.
And Lake Central looked like they were all over it.
I'm not sure if that ball came out or what happened there, but from up here it looked like Jonathan Flemings was the one who received the handoff, but
Oh, he didn't have it?
in the end, Kadarius Jones is the one who got it.
That fooled me. I thought Fleming
I
had
think
that.
City's very unfortunate to not have a third turnover right there, or on the last play.
Very
yeah.
fortunate. To not have a
Fortunate.
third.
Maybe Josh's bus fatigue was right. Josh, you're on the song here.
Bus driver kept the lights on inside. Going to take a nap on the way home.
He's going to throw one, and that is to his fingertips, and Caleb Griffin. A lot tougher of a catch to make this time, but
Again, near pick for Caleb Griffin. Unable to come
He's
down.
gonna have an interception today. He's gonna have an interception today. That's two right there. He's gonna have one.
and that one was a lot harder, but the first one I'm sure he's going to hear a lot about.
I think he'll get one at least today. I mean, he's right there.
I mean, it seems like, he's tremendous in coverage for this team. He hasn't really given up a whole lot of big plays, but, it's the drops that are getting to him, but it seems like every time he comes out, just attacking the ball harder and harder every time.
As it is a third down here. See if Lake Central can get Michigan City off the field.
He's
He's
going
gonna throw one deep.
And no one's there.
Caleb Griffin back there again,
There's a flag on the play.
along with Jalen Wigley.
Interesting, it's on the 45-yard line. So that's going to be on Michigan City.
Third down, fourth down, and 13 coming up now.
So LC declines that.
The City punting team.
This is interesting. This is going to be LC's worst field starting position the whole game.
Most likely.
Barring
Unless they block the punt.
barring a block or a huge return here.
I hope I didn't jinx it.
Well, they did have a blocked punt against Crown Point, if memory serves. As it is
Griffin back to
Caleb
return.
Griffin again.
Oh.
Oh, and another bad snap. And Lake Central couldn't get to it.
That
And
was-
and it takes a Michigan City bounce. Wow.
Keeps bouncing there. Down inside the 5.
Michigan City really does have like the look of the Irish today so far. I mean, you look at that one bad snap.
Look
Lar-
at all the bad snaps.
Laurent
on that
keeps
drive.
it, runs for 30 yards. That one we said, barring a bad snap or a punt, LC gets good field
I
position.
mean, we've seen a handful of plays in the last few minutes where Lake Central could easily have gotten the ball back. And on that one, I think they could have had a touchdown.
palmed it with one hand and just punted in. What a bounce that took. That was crazy.
So the sun continues to creep out here, getting some nice vitamin C out on the field.
Maybe turn the lights off now on the field. We do have the lights on.
I did not notice that until now.
It was really dark when I got here, and so it's good to see it get brighter.
Nothing like some Saturday morning lights.
Yeah,
And,
everybody watching college football, but I hope they're watching this live stream.
You
There's
know,
only-
have
there's only-
college game day going on the TV. Get this going on the iPad.
Hey, there's only one top 25 matchup today.
Yeah, Notre Dame's not on until 2:30, people. So you guys got time.
No one's watching Notre Dame, Jack.
I think they are. I will be when this game is over.
As Lake
People
Central
love
backed up
overrated
all the way
teams.
to the 5.
And once again, Sir Felix really has not found a hole or a space to run. And I've heard this a couple times in the NFL. They're going to make Mateo Sedano play quarterback today.
Yeah, Jack, you and me both. Two Bears fans here.
I've heard it, so I mean, it looks like that's what it's going to be. The run's not going to work for LC so far.
I mean, Sedano, you know, he does have mobility, so on the read options if he does do a quarterback keeper. But Michigan City's been throwing up the spies and contains, too, to make him hand that ball off, and then they're just able to crash down inside.
Well, it's so hard because they're blitzing the whole time. They don't have one safety back.
Sedano took a shot there.
And that's just a good play right there by the defense. Get to the quarterback, put a nice hit on them, disrupt the throw, and it's 4th and 8 on their own 7. So, I mean, barring a bad snap or a blocked punt, you know, Michigan City could be in business right now. Hopefully I did not just jinx LC.
I think this might be the first time we've seen the sun in 24 hours.
Yeah, yesterday was a roller coaster of weather, I should say.
And we were here
It's
last
a
night.
hurricane.
I hope everybody was safe. I hope, you know, people's basements were not flooded. I hope people that were on the roads got home safely, and that's tipped.
That's a high punt. Takes a nice bounce, though, after coming down.
But it looks like Michigan City will start at the 36-yard line.
I hope everybody is safe from yesterday. I mean, it was crazy out here. We were out here. It was crazy. My umbrella wasn't even enough to keep me safe.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
me and Jack.
supposed to be up here. But,
Yeah, me and Jack were running down.
I got soaked.
Yep.
It was crazy, and I just hope everyone's doing okay. Good thing it's gone now, I hope. And good thing it's gone for the dance, too, tonight for the high school students.
hopefully. Looking at the radar last night, too, I mean,
It looks like it's
that was
gone.
a huge storm. So
Yeah, it did not
it
stop.
was stretching from, like, Detroit to, like, Iowa.
You know, and that's
So-
where weathermen get their real money at, right there. I just got space.
Griffin in on the stop there.
And that's Jonathan Flemings once again inside the red zone.
It's only a matter of time until, you know, one run can break off every game at any moment.
Right here in the red zone for Michigan City, I mean, I think you just got to go run here. I mean, their passing has not been that hot so far. They've been unfortunate. I mean, Lauren could have 2 or 3 interceptions right now.
Not to mention, you know, fumbles off of bad snaps, too. Number 4, Michael Bradford in at quarterback now.
So a little wildcat play right here and a bad snap.
Oh, Lake Central has a chance to get on top of this, and that's going to take Michigan City back all the way to the 28.
I don't like how Bradford took his time there to go for that ball. I mean, LC could have
Looked like
easily
Cam Newton.
picked that up and taken it to the house. So I don't know, man. Bradford should have maybe hustled a little bit more for that ball. That was close.
And in comes Laurent again.
I think that was just a play in the playbook they always wanted to try, and you know, I don't think they'll go back to it.
As it is now 2nd down and 17.
Receiver in motion.
And takes the snap,
Screen.
and Lake Central all over him.
Able to stay up there. You know, kept his footing, so they're not going to mark him down by progress or anything
Quincy
like that.
Fleming, number 97, on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to find some space as we're going to,
He broke some tackles, went back, and then Quincy with the huge hit.
as we come to the end of the first quarter, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back for coverage of the second quarter right after this break.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Tamari.
I'm Riley Nestrict. And I'm Yuma Martinez. And we're your social media editors.
We manage 4 accounts for the high school: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook.
We cover things such as sporting events, pep rallies, clubs, and concerts.
Make sure to follow us on all our accounts. We'll see you around, Elsie.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Michigan City faced with a 3rd down and 32 here at the start of the 2nd quarter from their own 32-yard line. So, not the result they wanted after that nice run.
Yeah, very sloppy first quarter by Michigan City. I mean, the bad snaps, the fumbles, the picks. I mean, it's been a sloppy first quarter for
How
them.
many times do you hear 3rd and goal from the 32-yard line?
Not many times. I heard it once this season. Oh,
And
Laurent.
It's wrapped up there.
And here's the question. Do they kick a field goal right here?
And the field goal would tie it, but it's touchdown or bust here.
I do not see the kicker by the kicking net, so I really don't know what they're going to do here.
Can you imagine them going for it?
Yes.
Like, no.
I know it's crazy, but I mean, LC's offense has shown they can't take advantage of the great starting field positioning. And Laurent is a very athletic guy and looks like he can make some plays out of nothing. But, I mean, it looks like they're going to go for it right here.
Laurent looking like he's going to come out under center here. Miscommunication with the coach and
Timeout. Well, it looks like the wideout, number 2, Kadarius Jones, was just, no one was covering him on the top of the screen, so I think LC thought there was a punt. I don't even know. I think both sides were confused, and it looks like Phil Mason, he might have a trick play in store.
I don't know what plays they could possibly have written for a 4th down and 28.
I mean, just one.
quarterback was under center too, so you can't punt from under the center. That's going right back to where you got the ball from.
Well, maybe they're going to do a flea flicker, It would have been very interesting to see. I have never really seen anybody go for 4th and 28 unless it was like the end of the game and all they do is just throw the ball up, catch it. It looks like they're going for it, though, by the formation out there.
Call me crazy, Jack, but Giovanni Laurent is not Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, yeah, but, I mean, he is mobile, so he can definitely make some plays with his legs and definitely create some room for his receiving.
Number 84 in motion. Demarius Garrett.
He keeps it.
Laurent keeps it over the middle. And Lake Central tackles him.
Up there, not sure what that was.
It looked like he was trying to get number 84, Demetrius Garrett Jr. It looked like he was trying to get some room on that left side, but good defense by the LC swarming him. He just had to make a cut, and it kind of just stopped his momentum. So, I mean,
that just kind of seemed like a conservative play call to me.
it's a good play. I mean, they're at the 16-yard line. I mean, if you punt for it, it might have been a touchback, so they're at the 20 or 25. So, I mean, that was not a bad play. I mean, they opened offense a little bit, saw a good throw and a good catch.
As Garcia takes it and once again going nowhere.
I mean, it's a smart defense by Michigan City and defensive coordinator Roy Richards. They do not have one safety in the back. They have a QB spy in the middle just in case Sedano does want to keep it. And, I mean, it's worked so far. I mean, the only points LC has put on the board was that long kick return. Their offense has done none of the work, really, I should say, so far. So, I mean, this Michigan City defense has done a great job with containing Garcia and with that QB spy in the middle. I mean, he's just sitting right there waiting for Sedano.
Sedano goes to his left. That is caught. Looks like that was Curtis Gills. And it'll be a 3rd down now for Lake Central. And one thing, remember the name Max Kriesbaum from the Munster game. I'm a little surprised. We haven't really seen him so far in this game.
Yeah, it seemed like, for pretty much this whole season, him and Garcia would almost like alternate drives, and LC would just stick with them.
Yeah, him and Garcia Creasbaum and Garcia do account for 65% of Lake Central's all-purpose yards so far this year. So, I mean, yeah, you would like to see Creasbaum a little bit more.
As Ricky Guerrero checks into the game for Curtis Gills. That one is caught, and he's going to be
It looks
just
like he
short.
might be just short.
And
About a yard short.
you go for it here.
I mean, this is a perfect chance to go for it here.
I mean, and it looks like they're going to punt it.
Yeah, I don't think so here because Lake Central's defense was on the field for a long time.
That is true. But
And-
now, I mean, you're putting the defense right back on the field. So is that really a valid argument here?
Yes, but you would give City the ball if you don't get here, basically almost at the red zone. As Sedano will punt this one away.
Good punt right there. He's got some room to be able to run that ball.
He gets right
Makes
past
man miss.
the defender.
And that was number 74 for Lake Central, Sam Pisovic. And on the tackle. And we got a pretty decent crowd here tonight of parents, LC faculty
Give
coming
cre-
out for the game.
I'd like to give credit to the Michigan City fans over there if you can see it on the screen. I mean, it's a far drive and they made it out.
Yeah, especially with, the road
I'm sure a lot of them
conditions.
were probably here last night.
Yeah, I did see a couple walking into the stadium last night. I'm sure they weren't happy.
As they hand it off. Takes that one right up the middle.
Just bouncing right there. I mean, our gain.
And Armand Irving, a name we haven't really called in a little while, Giovanni, but yeah, I'm a very big fan of his. I was at that Munster game when he just looked like he was swallowing Munster's offensive line whole. And
Well, that's not that
Just
hard
getting
to do, So that was a good game for LC, though.
another high snap there.
Fleming's right through the middle.
For a quick little weather update, we've got, cloudy skies from now all the way up until 4. And once the dance starts here at Lake Central, which is around 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, Giovanni?
6
correct?
p.m. to 10 p.m. tonight.
6 p.m.? Well, sunset is at 6:35 today, but looks like there's a 30% chance that the rain picks up at 7, continuing with a 40% chance.
Oh, he's
from
got a
8
hole.
to 11 tonight.
And then everybody listening, if you ever need a versatile commentator, just go to Josh Burnett, providing color commentary and weather for you today so far.
My pro comparison is Al Roker.
And fatigue commentary as well. So you're doing triple threat right now.
Weatherman, sportsman.
Fatigue, man.
Speaking of fatigue, Michigan City's offense wearing down this Lake Central defense.
And I really do agree with what you're saying, what you said earlier, Josh, about about the whole travel thing. And they were rusty in the first quarter. We could easily tell. I mean, I really think the second quarter, or the rest of the game, I should say, they're going to be more relaxed, and I think they're just going to go into their offensive rhythm. I just think that first quarter they're very rusty. These kids haven't played on Saturday morning in how long? Football. It's been a while. They're used to sleeping in on a Saturday.
And for the JV team, for both teams, I'm pretty sure no JV game either.
Yeah, no JV game. It's unfortunate.
Put the JV players in for the second half.
I wouldn't mind
See
that.
what they have. As that's Fleming's again. This time Lake Central does not let them go anywhere. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4. See if LC can get another stop.
Armand Irving again with the tackle for loss there for Lake Central.
3rd and 4 for Michigan City from the Lake Central 21-yard line.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's Mike Bradford ready to take the snap.
He ran this play already.
See if they can get a good snap this time. And they
No.
do not. Bradford is able to pick it up, but I think that takes Michigan City out of field goal range here.
You know,
I don't know what it is, but something's up with Michigan City's center. I don't know if Michael Bradford was trying to get with his girlfriend or what, but he's not getting him any snaps.
and I think they go for it. They went for 4th and 28. It's only 4th and 16 if you think of it. I think they go for it. See what they got here. Hopefully, Lauren is at quarterback this time. Calls timeout.
And that is their second timeout of the first half.
Timeout, Michigan City.
And Jack, you mentioned earlier, it seems like a lot of the parents made it out. Can't say the same for the students, however. I see some people in the first row.
You know, as a past student, graduated last year, I don't think I would have came today. Especially the dance, you know, like, gotta get your sleep in. You gotta get ready to dance on the dance floor, you know.
Get the beauty rest going.
Yeah, you gotta have a good time tonight. You don't want to be tired. You gotta get your sleep. You gotta look good for your date. I mean, I wouldn't come this early. You got
Okay, this early.
They
the game
got-
started at 11:30. It's not that early.
they got you
It's
got
early for a high school.
as a high school kid on dance night. You got priorities, man. You gotta look good. You gotta smell good for your day. I mean, you gotta be good. I mean, you can't be tired.
Some people might be getting
Laurent
haircuts
going
today.
deep, and that one is picked off. That's Marco Schiapponi. And he's tackled right at the around the 19-yard line. Marco Schiapponi, he had an interception last week, gets another one here. Lake Central gets the ball back.
Are the Chicago Bears out there right now? I mean, they're looking good out there on defense right now. I mean, they're forcing turnovers.
How many fantasy points do we think for this LC Indians defense?
Fantasy, I mean, usually you start off with 10. They've had a pick. They have 2 picks. So that would give them 14, and then they have some sack. I give them like 16. I'll give them 16 points right now for
Well,
fantasy.
By that logic, they have outscored Miami's defense in total fantasy points this year.
And a huge sack right there. But here's the thing. Will the LC offense help the defense out?
And once again, City stacking the box.
And a
Ooh, bad
fumble.
snap.
I just throw it away if I'm Sedano, and
He's not going to be able to. He is tackled right there.
he had some time to throw it away. It's the game of bad snaps so far today. I wonder if it's the field.
The wet AstroTurf out there.
I mean, the field took a beating yesterday from like 3 o'clock to like 9 a.m. today. I mean, you imagine it right now. It's not raining. Imagine them playing last night. It would have been, yeah.
I don't imagine there would have been too many throws. Sedano, he has time to throw. And
sacked, and there you go. You just got to throw that one away. And there's a flag on the play.
see if this one goes in LC's favor.
And it looks like Sedano was favoring his knee a little bit right there.
Yeah, that was, what, 3 straight hits he took?
And they waved the flag off. I want to say it might have been the initial call would have been maybe like an intentional grounding or something. Because they seemed to wave it off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Garcia was in the vicinity, so, good flag pickup if that was going to be the original call.
So here we go. I mean, 4th and 18. LC, I mean, we said that game of bad snaps. You got to hope this is a good snap. And that I got to say that's tipped.
Tipped again.
And it rolls.
That one does not
Took a
go in
bounce,
LC's
but
favor.
Bounced the wrong direction.
And I think the key thing is what sideline stays calm. In a game like this, we've seen some very ugly play by both teams. And I think you can't have a sideline that's going to just be frustrated with everybody. I mean, it's just got to, stay calm and just work through it. Can't be, yelling at each other on the sidelines because no one's on the same page then.
I have to imagine it's very frustrating for Michigan City. How many bad snaps have they had today?
Yeah, I mean, especially on that Wildcat play, both of them were really not the best snaps. So, I mean, and I'm sure that's a play they work on practice and it goes good.
This looks like Bears and Packers out here as Irving again gets the intentional snag
3
of the
Lake
jersey.
Central defenders were all over him.
At a
I
point.
could see Irving and Fleming in there. Not sure who the third defender was. I don't know if either of you two caught that one, but great job by the Indians swarming the
Mark
ball.
Henry Daroon. And on that was the third defender there, number 58.
And interesting, we're on the halfway, 2.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Michigan City does get the ball to start off the second half. I mean, you got to get some points right here. And the flag on the play.
And that is caught.
That'll be a short of the first down for now, but there is a flag right at the 34-yard line. Looks like that's by the line of scrimmage, so it could be a false start on the offense. And it will be.
And here's some cheering here.
I mean, that was a
from Lake Central.
That was a really
fans.
nice catch. For
Yeah,
Michigan City.
I mean, the
That
first
did
down,
get wiped off.
first
but,
down play and goes
Griffin,
back.
Griffin looked like he just went flying in there, delivered a nice tackle.
I thought he broke it up.
I did too.
I'm sure he just wants to catch that football and take it to the house. I mean, I've played little football in my youth, and I don't know. I mean, when I play with my friends, if I drop a ball, I just immediately want it again. I'm sure he definitely wants an interception today. So they will repeat second down.
After the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 18 for Michigan City from the Lake Central 34-yard line.
Bradford and a quarterback.
Third time's the charm.
Finally a good snap there.
See if he can get some room. And that's number 52, Carter Schuster, in on the tackle. It's going to be a 3rd down and 17. And we've seen this a lot today for Michigan City.
You know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, what wasn't broke was running with Flemings, and I don't know why they don't just keep running with him. I mean, he did a great job on the ground in the first half so far. I mean, you think you got to keep running with Flemings. I mean, it's just, doing a good job so far. And it seems like when Flemings runs, it's not a bad snap.
Michigan City out in the shotgun.
He's got some pressure. He's going to just keep it. Goes to his left, and he'll be short. But he is in field goal positioning.
Lake Central able to just snag him by the leg and not let go.
So 4th down. We've seen them in this area. 4th and 20, well, 4th and 12, 28 yards to the end zone. And it looks like they're going for it again. They don't want to kick it.
And we're now under a minute to go here in the first half.
And yeah, these past 3 Michigan City drives, they've all kind of ended in like 4th down territory where if it's a punt, it's probably going into the end zone.
I think you got to look at the left side right here. You got a receiver coming in motion. You got 2 on the bottom of your screen. And
he is sacked.
Market Henry Daragine in on the sack.
And LC, 36 seconds, 3 timeouts. They're definitely going to try to score on this drive.
No fan section, no problem here for this Indians defense.
Now this is where we're going to have to see Sedano use his arm. You're not going to be able to use Sir Felix here and score with 36 seconds down the field. This is where Sedano's got to be a quarterback.
Sedano hands it off to Garcia, and maybe here Lake Central just wants to go into halftime with the lead and not risk anything happening here and giving City the ball back.
It looks like that because they are not calling a timeout at all.
Jack, I think we've got to wait until the second half to see Sedano be a quarterback.
It looks like it. That's okay, though.
As you know, I'm sure not the result of at least the first half people expected to see. Lake Central in the lead, 3-0. As that is the end of the first half. Lake Central 3, Michigan State 0. We'll be back after halftime. Be sure to stay tuned.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Tamari.
I'm Riley Nestrict,
And I'm Mia Martinez.
and we're your social media editors.
We manage 4 accounts for the high school: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook.
We cover things such as sporting events, pep rallies, clubs, and concerts.
Make sure to follow us on all our accounts. And we'll see you around, Elsie.
second half action here at the burial grounds. We've got big gust of wind taking out all our papers, but Indians warming up on the field now. Same with the Michigan City Wolves. And the score of the first half was 3-0.
And that score does speak for itself. Not a lot of offense for both teams. Really.
Very ugly football by both teams. Really bad snaps by both teams. We saw Caleb Griffin, probably could have had 3 interceptions at half and didn't have one at all. Michigan City really cannot find their offense at all. Their quarterback was having trouble, with the ball. Threw a couple of picks, and here we are, 3-0. Lake Central up. Michigan City gets the ball to start out the second half. Our versatile commentator, Joshua, did say the fatigue probably got to them with the bus ride and everything. And we'll see if that fatigue wore off. Josh, do you think the fatigue wore off?
There's definitely, it seemed like it was starting to run off a bit. Team was starting to wake up. Coming out of halftime, too, coaches are definitely giving their teams the work out there at halftime.
And LC defense is just dominating right now. They don't have the biggest crowd to get behind, but they're dominating out there after sacks, fumbles, picks, deflected passes. If you're Coach Bartolomeo, you got to be happy. Like we said, this is a Michigan City team that's 2-3, but the record definitely does not speak for themselves. Losses to Merrillville, Valpo, Warsaw. This is a good Michigan City team, and if LC can go 3-3 with their final stretch being at Chesterton, at Valpo, home against Merrillville, then you got sectionals. You can hear a momentum swing coming if LC could pull out with the win today. And they look excited. They look pumped. And this is big. How this first drive for the second half will be from Michigan City. You got to get the groove going on soon. You can't just wait till the final minute of the fourth quarter and expect to score a touchdown or expect the LC offense just to not do anything. So, for Michigan City and Coach Phil Mason, they've got to find something before it's too late.
We got about less than 40 seconds left until second half action resumes here at the burial grounds.
And I believe it'll be Michigan City getting the ball first.
Yeah, and if you miss that first half, start off with a huge kickoff return by Sir Felix Garcia, and then a field goal, and that's it. That's all we can say. Baldwin with a field goal, and then here we are, 3-0, second half. We are at 12:44 Central Time here on this Saturday afternoon, I should say. I don't think I've ever called a Saturday high school football game before. So we hope you're watching this game instead of college football. And the good games don't start till like 2:30 anyways. So, we got a matchup here, 3-0. It's going to be a barn burner.
See if the fireworks will finally blow up here.
I don't know if there'll be fireworks, but definitely some roar of fans. If there are fireworks, that'd be pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. It is a little dark, though, so, you could possibly see the fireworks.
Football team getting hyped up here.
I think they can sense a win right here. They just gotta stick to the game plan.
As it's Derek Bolden, as usual, kicking off for Lake Central.
First kickoff for him so far today.
It is. Actually, no. After the field goal.
My bad.
They did have
Yes,
one.
that is my bad.
As it is kicked off right
It's a
to the
squib.
middle. They will field it about the 15-yard line.
Hesitates. He's just brought down.
LSU's been, snagging these Michigan City players just by their ankles, by their calves, and bringing them down.
And that's textbook tackling right there. You got to go for the legs, and you got to be able to wrap it up and swing it down.
Yeah, not letting Michigan City really break off after that initial hit, which is
Michigan City's got a class of athletes out there on the field, especially on the offensive side, so definitely cannot let them, break tackles and let them get open spaces because they'll be in the end zone if that's the case.
sweep here.
As Kadarius Jones on the carry.
Tackle by number 47, Jack Hickey. Good to see first.
Placed around the 35-yard line, third down here, and 4 to go.
You know, I would like to see Michigan City do a flea flicker on this play. I mean, I think the running game has been good so far where the defense would bite.
You've been wanting a flea
I am a big fan of the flea flicker. I really am. He's not going to get it. It'll be short, and it's going to be a 4th and 1, or a 3rd and 1, I should say. And there's a flag late.
47, Jack Hickey. Here's the flag on the play.
This could be unnecessary roughness on LC or Michigan City. It got a little chippy there at the end. And it's going to be on Lake Central.
Michigan City trying to build up some momentum here coming out of the half now.
And if you're LC, you got to control the emotions. I mean, you had them at 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, and now Michigan City is now in Lake Central territory. So, I mean, you got to control your emotions out there.
Well, plan on going to get a haircut after this actually, and then go to the dance and get some good food after. That's my plan.
Get some good food. Where are you going? Olive Garden?
Not sure yet, as that one goes deep to the right side, and that is incomplete. Jalen Wigley on the coverage.
It looks like that throw was a little botched by the quarterback, but it was still overthrown. But I don't think that came out the right way out of Lauren's hands right there. Just trying to grab the roster here.
That's Josh's water bottle, I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully I didn't break it. So here we go, 3rd and 10. LC showing a blitz. Flag on a play, might be holding, and it's picked off.
There is a flag on the play. That is Jalen Wigley, though.
I'm going to say it's going to be holding on Michigan City.
Wigley had to get wrestled down there after crossing over the 50.
So
for now, it's going to be put on hold, and looks like
it'll be Lake Central ball.
And out comes the turnover chain, or turnover belt, excuse me.
Typically, they have a WWE champion. I see it down there. They have a WWE championship belt.
Thinking about college football on this Saturday morning. What's the U up
Afternoon
to today?
now.
See loading up the left side of the line here, left side of the field.
Sedano's going to run.
No, that's Sir
Oh,
Felix Garcia.
excuse me, Sir
taking the
Felix
direct
Garcia.
snap.
My bad.
The Wildcat fooled Giovanni there.
Again, that's why I'm up here.
And that could
Not
be
coaching.
And that will be going back.
Well, that play taught us 2 things. Don't run the Wildcat in football, and don't make Giovanni your defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it was a decent play just holding on the line, so.
So this is going to back LC all the way up here.
2 penalties on LC have been, I mean, we're early in the 3rd quarter. They have 2 penalties that so far kind of hurt them.
Looking like Michigan City in the first half when they had their 2 penalties.
So 1st and 22. And it looks like Sir Felix is once again under the center.
Defensive coordinator Giovanni out there to stop it.
And going nowhere. Sedano, right on the sidelines, and here he's going to walk out.
Josh, I'll remember this next time you mess up someone's name. I'll make sure you never hear the end of it.
Oh, man. And, yep, Sedano will run out there.
Don't worry, Giovanni. We'll be in class, and I'll keep making fun of you for it there. When we host Sports Update on our wonderful LCTV show that comes out every Friday, when I go into my laughing fits while we're hosting, you can make fun of me for that.
And that's going to be offsides on the defense.
Central going to be able to get a nice chunk of yards.
And that's
back
encroachment.
Here. 2nd and 16.
Not a big fan of all the laundry on the field, not going to lie.
That's encroachment as our referee, Jack Thiel.
Don't worry, Jack. Tom Brady will tweet something about it, and
You
there'll
know,
be less flags.
I do have roughing experience, but I don't think I'd ever be able to do high school football.
He could barely do intramural high school basketball.
Yeah, I mean, that was rough.
Sedano pressured right away, and he just gets that one away.
And flag on the play. Giovanni,
they
let's
want-
kick it over to our rules
and
analyst, Jack Thiel.
See what he thinks the flag was.
It's going to be intentional grounding. Phil Mason was begging for that on the line, official right there, and I think that's what's going to be. There's a flag right in the middle of the LC huddle right there.
Yep.
And there goes the yards that LC got from the encroachment penalty and a down.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd and 21, I want to say.
Like Central looking fatigued now.
I mean, that's just great defense by Michigan City with the blitz right there. Sedano really had nowhere to go. And it'll be 3rd and 32. So you might want to go big right here. No safeties so far for Michigan City.
Sedano has all day
He's
to
going
throw.
deep.
Over the middle, and that one is
And-
caught.
Danny Nykel picking up the first down, making his. Is that his first catch of the game?
I think so.
I
And
would
you know what?
say-
We've been very critical of him, but that's a
Came
big
up at a
play right
big
there for
time.
Lake Central. Danny Nyko with the big first down conversion there.
There you go, Sedano. I mean, got to play quarterback, got to show your arm, and right there, I mean, that's a beautiful throw right there for 34 yards, I want to say, to Nykel, who had a drop pass in the first quarter. So, I mean, that was a good turnaround right there for the Indians.
And credit to the big guys down in the trenches there. Lake Central's offensive line, giving Sedano all day to throw there.
So it will be 2nd and 10. So, Run's not working with Sir Felix right here. Maybe they're going to let Sedano, sling the ball a little bit more in this half.
Sedano looks to his left. That's caught by number 11, Diego Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, the secondary drops back in coverage, quick slant, quick yard.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 here. Watch out for the dive play with Sir Felix Garcia. Or who knows, maybe another RPO slant option for this Indians offense.
I could definitely see the RPO out there, especially with the receiver on the bottom of your screen right there. It looks a little back in coverage.
Sedano drops back. Looks like
he's
he's going to
going
try and take
nowhere.
it himself, but he is wrapped up by Michigan City.
One thing I can guarantee is you're not going to run on this Michigan City defense. I mean, they've been all over the ball. And really, all of LC yards have pretty much been through the air.
Not only has Michigan City, been getting around this O-line, but great coaching, too. Putting up the spies in the middle of the field, throwing up the quarterback containing everything.
Phil Mason is one of the most respected coaches in the region, so he definitely knows a good amount of knowledge of the game of football, and he's definitely a good coach in Michigan City.
It's 4th down, and it is caught.
That's going to be close. It depends where the ball was when he went on the ground.
It's Diego Garcia again.
And it looks like that's going to be a 1st down. Another quick slant. Secondary drops back. I mean, that's all I got to do, make the throw, and it's going to be a 1st down.
And Lake Central just keeps moving the chains. Diego Garcia by himself up top. They've gone to him a handful of times on this drive.
Garcia's really, picked it up down the stretch here this season.
That ball's up, and it's caught. There's going to be a flag.
And as of now, it's going to be a touchdown for Lake Central. There is a flag on the play.
It's got to be interference on offense or defense. Right when the receiver caught the ball, that flag was thrown. It's going to be interesting, though, who was it on?
We are patiently waiting here to hear the call. Sedano just threw up a prayer to Garcia, and it was answered.
And it looks like Sedano might be going back.
Derek Bolton is lined up for the extra point. And it's going to be pass interference on the defense. Lake Central's touchdown will stand.
It's very odd to see, like pass interference on the defense, and they still score on it.
And Derek Bolton will come out for the extra point to make it 10-0. Snap good. Kick is on its way, and it's good. Lake Central 10, Michigan City 0.
So Sedano brings his touchdown season to 4 touchdowns so far on the year.
And his first of the day. First Lake Central touchdown.
Yeah, our first touchdown of the day. Now your coach, Phil Mason, you're down 10-0, middle of the third, and this is where the offense has to come out.
Kicking unit for Lake Central now. We are approaching 1 o'clock here. Never thought I'd say that at a high school football game.
LC did have to say that last year at Portage.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought we were going to have to say that last night, but instead say 1 a.m.
Yeah, that would have been a rough one.
Credit to Lake Central for calling the game, not delaying it. It was obvious they weren't going to play last night once it really started to come down.
Well, Lake Central was the only team that didn't postpone or cancel their game. They were the last team to do it. So
the region is going to be playing today.
Yeah, most of the games that are at 10:30 or 10 o'clock today.
Crown Point's got it at 3 o'clock today.
Against Valpo.
That'll be a big game.
And I think Hobart has their game at 6 o'clock. I might be wrong.
And
out of school passes to come here tonight. And Jared Ivey and Caleb Griffin now both out there. Lake Central showing a little bit of a cover 2 look here. Jet sweep. Ball's fumbled.
And
it looks like Michigan City's ball.
Michigan City with another lucky break there on a near turnover.
Something must be up with that football. I really don't know, because Michigan City has never really had a good handle of the football. I mean, the catches have been tipped. I just don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, something's definitely
And adding on to the cancellations, this game was actually canceled. Calumet at Griffith. They're not going to make that game up. It's not a conference game.
They will not make it up?
No, that was decided yesterday. Jalen Wiggler with the second interception of the day.
This Lake Central defense, Jack, we said earlier, we were talking about their fantasy points. How many are they up to now?
Maybe 18. I think 18 probably. I mean, geez. Another interception by the LC defense. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Lauren. I mean, it seems like the ball's not coming right out of his hands.
Well, could be getting a little bit slippery there. Maybe Michigan City not fully anticipated for the rain.
I just got to wonder how the sideline is for Michigan City right now.
Can you do like the radio host thing where they just
Donald drops back.
He's got all day. That one to the end zone. It is broken up.
Dangerous right there, as there are 3 Wolves right where that ball was.
And that was thrown just a little, ever so slightly behind Diego Garcia there too.
And that was Kenan Tucker Jr., the sophomore, breaking that one up.
Some college football news. Jalen Hurts, Oklahoma quarterback, has been outstanding this year at
I'm looking at this
halftime.
right now.
I think he's been better than Kyler Murray last year.
He's 12 for 16. But keep in mind, this is at half. 308 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown.
That one's caught.
Well, he shorted the first down.
That's Ryan Mayton with the catch.
I feel like it's almost tradition now. Every time he makes the catch, we got to give the whole spiel about how he didn't really play football at all, and then this year he comes in and he's a varsity wide receiver.
Sedano gives it to Garcia.
Oh, he's swarmed right there. So 4th down. Do you kick it or do you go for it?
See if they trust Derek Bolton. And yep, I think they're going to kick it. Bolton's coming out for this one.
His leg seems to be pretty good so far today. Just got to hope it doesn't get blocked for if you're LC.
And he did have Lake Central's first points of the game in the first quarter. Snap, kick is up, and
That's
that one's going
tipped.
to be short.
Okay.
We're looking at a 10-0 deficit for Michigan City, and
It's totally comebackable.
absolutely.
It's 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. I mean, we've seen both teams turn over the ball quick or go 3 and out quick. I mean, Michigan City has the talent. It's just something out there right now.
High school sports are all about momentum, and that's a huge momentum gainer there for Michigan City. Swarmed in the backfield there. It's number 3, Jonathan Flemings.
Stop to the backfield by number 99, Armand Irving. Also one on the play, brings up 2nd and 11.
Armand Irving having another tremendous game here today.
Jonathan Fleming's the ball carrier. Fumble on the play recovered by Michigan State. Hopefully several defenders. Also 4 on the play, brings up 3rd and 15 for Michigan City from their own 28-yard line.
And Sun yet again creeping out here.
See if Lake Central can get a stop here on 3rd and 15.
These players looking to get a tan before homecoming.
It's going to be close and short. I think you go for it.
You absolutely have to. You can't give Lake Central the ball back.
I mean, they're right there. This is probably their best 4th down they've had the whole game. And I think they just need to run a play like that the whole game. I mean, that's a simple cross. Just right there to the wide open receiver. As a quarterback, you got to be able to read the safeties and the secondaries, and I mean, if you see that safety creeping up, I mean, you got to be able to throw the ball. I mean, you got receivers on the sides that are open. And the defense might have jumped, or there might have been a false start.
It is 4th and 2, so if Lake Central did jump.
False start on the offense.
Let's see if this changes anything for Michigan City.
I don't know.
Let's see, 4th down and 7 now. 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the receivers, running backs, and quarterback are all talking with Phil Mason right now. I think they go for it again. And I really think they should try to do more one-on-one plays. I mean, on the top of your screen, it's man-to-man, one-on-one. If he beats him, I mean, they've got to play right there.
Takes the snap.
And right there, he's open.
And it's dropped.
Went up there with one hand, had to step on his man just a little bit too far out of reach.
And that play did not work, but I still think if you're Michigan City, you got to keep going to that. I mean, it was man one-on-one. He beat his defender. It was just right there. I mean, just need a step.
Yeah, Jared Ivey looked like he was beat on that one. I think he could have taken that one to the end zone.
Absolutely not sure if Demetrius Garrett Jr. Just outran himself almost. And
the first step is so important in that kind of play. I mean, if you're in a secondary and you do the wrong first step, he's running past you.
And Lake Central's offense back on the field now. Sedano looks to his right, and that
Simple
is
route
caught,
and
that
dropped.
is dropped by Diego Garcia.
I mean, it looked like he had it and just fell on his back, and the ball popped out. But it's a simple play. I mean, that's something you got to do if you're the offense. I mean, you can't just keep throwing 50 or 60-yard bombs. You got to get in a little, 5-yard passes. Just keep it going, and then by the time you know it, you're in the end zone.
Indians come out.
Sedano looks to his left. Has caught Ryan Mayton.
Mayton able to stay up there, dragging a man.
He's short of first down, so it's going to be a 3rd and short.
You know what that play looked like, when you were little and you go to like a family reunion, hold on to like your favorite cousin, your older cousin's leg, and they would walk around with you on that? That's pretty much what Ryan Mayton just did with a Michigan City defender.
It's a 3rd down and 2 here as the 3rd quarter is coming to an end now. Just under a minute to go here.
They will have to run a play.
And the play clock down to 5. Lake Central has just gotten to the line. Looks like a timeout is called.
I wonder if this timeout could hurt Lake Central late in the 4th quarter.
And that is Lake Central's first timeout. And, a big shout out to our crew. They always do a great job, but we got to give them credit coming out here today. They came out here last night, too, and now they come back here on a Saturday afternoon. Kay Tomaszewski, Alex Remenga, Casey Lane, and Josh, thank you for coming, too. But, Jack, especially you, graduated Saturday.
Had to make the return.
I know you love being back here, but...
Yeah, we'll always have a special place in my heart. I love the teachers, the students here. It's a great place, as right there, 3rd and 2, and a statement by the defense. Loss of yards. Do we see Baldwin again out here? But no, going back, I mean, I'm very thankful for everything Lake Central's done for me. They've given me a platform, something I've always wanted to do. And, coming back here is always special, I was here I think a month ago for a Hammond Morton game. It was, great atmosphere. It was pretty cool to see that. I haven't really seen an atmosphere like that in my 4 years here. It's a great place.
It's 4th down and 4. Sedano. It is incomplete. That one.
Wow.
Imagine if he makes that play right there. A touchdown.
Wow,
That's
that was
killer
close.
right there.
Oh, I thought he had it.
2 seconds left in the third quarter. Time for to run a play. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure if any of us at the end of the third quarter, Lake Central 10, Michigan City.
I mean, what were we talking about in class when we were, coming up with these score predictions? 35-7 Michigan City, 45-10 Michigan City.
Well, I'm glad to see you're not
I don't think we
biased.
expected Lake Central to come out and, hold them to 0 points for 3 quarters.
And that is Fleming's just past the first down marker to about the 46-yard line. Or
That was a nice play. That in the third quarter for Michigan City, especially everything that's happened so far for them.
still one more quarter left to go here at Lake Central High School at the burial grounds.
So this is going to be interesting. LC with a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. That's something, you usually don't say. So we'll see if they're going to be able to keep this lead. I'm pretty sure Phil Mason is just furious right now at his team.
Absolutely, and Phil Mason, kind of a little bit of a homecoming for him too, as well as wide receiver coach for Michigan City, Brett St. Germain. But
Well, I'm sure coming in, the tough loss against Merrillville. That's going to stir up the coaches' emotion. You're coming to Lake Central. Teams have a lot of success coming here. Maybe he just didn't really pay that much attention to the game plan and just thought they're just going to come in here with an easy win.
yeah, Phil Mason, he actually interviewed for the LC coaching job after
St. Germain left, and it was the final season of Coach Bartolomeo's interim season. So LC went with Bartolomeo, who is the coach right now, and Phil Mason is now with Michigan City.
And I said earlier that coming into this game, Michigan City was going to have a chip on the shoulders. They were going to be mad. They were going to want to prove something tonight. I haven't seen that at all.
Maybe
it has the opposite effect now.
Maybe they don't like playing on Saturday mornings or afternoons. I really don't know. I'm kind of surprised right now.
What can I say? Michigan City's fatigued.
And the quarterback keeps it. He's going to get the first down, hard hit, but still a first down for Michigan City, and that's the best thing that could have happened for them.
Carter Schuster on the tackle there.
And you got to wonder, what would be the score if Michigan City would kick field goals this game so far? They've had 3 or 4.
They would also have to make them, too.
No, I know.
Maybe they're not confident in their field goal kick.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, they've had 4 chances to kick field goals.
Right, hands it off, and Fleming's right through the middle.
That's what you got to do. Lawrence not throwing the ball good, not coming out of his hand right. Fleming's is just dominating the ground. This is kind of what we were expecting from Sir Felix Garcia today. But it looks like Fleming's has definitely taken over. He's finding the holes, good cuts. He's looking like, a little David Montgomery out there. Or Saquon Barkley's finding his cuts, going straight to the middle. He's taking the defenders with him.
And it is Sanders who takes the handoff.
I don't think time's a problem for Michigan City right now. A lot of time left. We're at 9:50, 3 timeouts. We've seen how fast LC can go 3 and out.
Zach Ringel in on the stop there. Another Marian Catholic transfer to Lake Central.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. So 2nd and 8.
Another run.
Jeez.
Fleming just gashing this Lake Central defense now.
I mean, I'm impressed with the running back so far. He's just, his cuts have been so quick up the middle. He's just finding the holes. I mean, he has shown a lot of potential so far. And they're definitely wearing down this LC defense.
Wren takes the snap, hands
it
it off to
running.
Flemings again.
I mean,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I was about to say.
Glad we're all on the same page.
I mean, I would not even think about throwing the ball yet. He's just going through the line. I mean, he doesn't need to get the touchdown on one play. Just 3 yards of carry, you're going to get the first down.
And the one thing here, we've seen Michigan State have some good drives, but and this is probably one of the best ones they've had all day, but what has it ended in? A turnover. They can't have a turnover here.
That's what I'm saying. Do not pass the ball. You got to run it. And there's a flag.
Looks like it's on the line.
It looks like that could be on number 13. He was staggering on that line of scrimmage and then kind of fell over when the flag was thrown. So now they might have to do a pass play here.
A 2nd and 11 from the 13-yard line.
As the time keeps ticking as we go under 8:30 here.
It's Jonathan Flemings in the backfield again. Kadarius Jones gets
Sweep.
the handoff.
Oh, he's
gonna
got it.
Run through to the right side, and it's going to be a touchdown for Michigan City.
You know,
Finally able to get some points on the board.
I guess just run the ball. I mean, it looks like Flemings doesn't need to be the only one running the ball. I mean, right there, number 2, Kadarius Jones, the 5'10 junior, right there with the jet sweep, finds the holes, you know, bouncing off the defenders, and he's in for the touchdown. So, I mean, it seems like the running game for Michigan City is the only thing working right now.
And this is a crucial extra point here for Michigan City.
I'm curious to see if this guy makes this because we haven't seen him on the field all day.
Nathan Stevenson. Kick is up.
It's good.
And it's a 3-point game with 8:04 to go in the 4th quarter.
Now you got to watch out for this onside kick here if you're Lake Central.
I could see it. I think an outside kick could happen. I mean, Michigan City has not shown to take chances. I mean, they've gone for it
And Michigan
a
City
number of
does
times.
not have an explosive offense either. We saw in that final drive, you know, it's just ground and pound now for this team.
I think they do have an explosive offense. It's just not here tonight. I mean, it's just the turnovers. I mean, Laurent with the picks,
This morning.
the bad snaps. I mean, I think it's just something, you know, it's just that's the holding them back, just those mental mistakes. But definitely I could see the onside kick happening. I don't think so, though, but I mean, you never know. There's 8 minutes left, 3 timeouts. It's up for grabs.
Stranger things have happened.
That is true.
It's Michigan City coming out. Weird kicking formation here.
And a
As they
squib.
it.
It's fielded there by Ricky Guerrero.
And I think Michigan City had one thing on their mind on that play, strip that ball.
Now LC has to make sure, you know, hold on to this football at all costs.
And chip some time off the clock, too.
Yes. Keep the ball on the ground as much as you can, actually. I know the run game hasn't worked at all this game, which is the exact opposite of what we all predicted. Garcia able to get about a gain of 3 there.
And that might be the biggest gain on a run play for LC so far tonight. It's crazy to say, but I mean, it's just been a dominant defensive performance on the run game for Michigan City.
This LC team has looked very nice here this morning.
Garcia takes it. Going to get about 2 or 3 yards on that. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This could be like one of the biggest plays of the game in my mind. Third and 5, 3rd and 4. You get the first down. You at least take off another minute or 2 off the clock. It's going to be a big play for both teams. Definitely do not want to get yourself flagged if you're both on both sides of the ball.
Stow takes the snap. He's looking left. He's going to have to run
gone.
with it, and he is sacked. That is number 22, Nathaniel Ware.
I mean, came from the weak side. Sedano saw it late. Tried to run away from it, but that's a big play for the Wolves.
It felt like not too long ago Lake Central had all the momentum coming into the 4th quarter. Now 6 minutes left to play here. Michigan State has a big chance.
And that's almost blocked again. Not the greatest of punts as
Sedano had to sidekick it there.
he'll be at the 30-yard line, 31. So 6 minutes left. 3 timeouts, down by 3. Gets intriguing right here. And it looks like it'll be the 41-yard line, actually.
So Lake Central's defense, it's time to batter down the hatches and get ready.
In motion again. Looks like it was
Hits the outside.
looked like that was similar to the play that got him a touchdown last time. Kadarius Jones once again.
Yeah, it's just a jet sweep. Follow your blockers and see where it takes you.
Gain of 14 on the play and knock from Michigan City, first down, first and 10 Wolves. From the Lake Central 45.
And the clock does stop because he did go out of bounds. Lake Central's been very fortunate that the ball has bounced their way. They need the ball to bounce their way at least one more time in this game.
Yeah, we haven't
And
seen a
hopefully
bad
get another
snap in a
turnover.
while either. Looks like Michigan City sorted that out at the half.
Number 3, Jonathan Fleming, the ball carrier.
And maybe that fatigue that we talked about has worn off. You did say in the second half that hopefully it would wear off. And
Yeah, it went
fortunately
from,
for
you know,
Michigan
fatigue
State, it
to
did.
now building up that momentum here for the Michigan City offense, and we've done a pretty good job at that so far this second half.
It's Jones again on that jet sweep. And there's a flag on the play, but as of now, he has a first down.
We've seen a lot of flags here today.
It's right behind the line of scrimmage.
And looks like the Lake Central bench is happy about the call.
So that's a huge break for the Indians defense.
Holding on the offense.
This will be a second down and 18.
Holding penalty for the second, 18 for the Wolves from their own 47-yard line.
And the time keeps ticking right now. I mean, under 5 minutes now. And Phil Mason and the Wolves now have to use their first timeout.
As both teams now down to only 2 timeouts.
Their first timeout for the second half.
under the 5-minute mark here. Giovanni, I don't know about you, but I can't wait to get home. I was up too early this Saturday morning,
Yeah, well,
and
I did wake up a little bit earlier than I want to, but it's all right.
getting out on 41, we've got the biker parade coming through.
As he's going to get to about the 44 of Lake Central.
So about back to the line of scrimmage right there.
And
sure
this
if
is
you
a
could-
very important third down.
Not sure if you could pick up the rumble of all these motorcycles coming through on 41 on our field mic, but not something we see during a Friday Night Lights game.
Not at all. Wow, they're still going. I believe that is the end of it, though.
Now back to football.
Third down and 10.
This is probably one of the biggest plays of the game right now.
Jones again went in motion.
And
Looking to run to his left. He's got some space, and he is tackled.
Wrapped up there by Carter Schuster.
Schuster tackles him short of the first down.
I know that's not a first down, but it would have been. It's 4-down territory for Michigan City this whole drive. So
Absolutely.
I mean, at least you get some yards on the play. Because it's 4th and 4. That's definitely easier than the 4th and 11 for Michigan City.
And the
Now, if
crowd
you're Lake
is getting
Central,
into it.
You got to take a page out of Michigan City's book here. Crowd that line of scrimmage, crowd the box.
I think
contain
we.
the
I
outsides,
think we see the jet sweep maybe again.
and
He's in
man
motion. They give it to him
It
again,
is.
and he goes to his right, and
No.
he's short of the first down. No flags on the play. Lake Central will get the ball back.
That's a huge play there for the Indians defense. Armand Irving again getting his name called.
Kadarius Jones, that play has been successful for them in this second half. And the most crucial part of the game right there. Not successful for them, Lake Central gets the ball back. And Lake Central here, they're going to try and get as much time off the clock as they possibly can here.
Do not turn over the ball if you're Lake Central.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing that's got to be on their mind.
And Sir Felix Garcia's got to show up here,
Do
get
not
some yards.
lose the ball.
Michigan City again stopping the run.
And just a quick timeout for the Wolves, I assume.
They have only 2 timeouts left.
And I assume wrong. They will not be calling a timeout.
And they got the 2-minute warning, so
There is no 2-minute warning in high school.
nope, my bad.
We've all been there.
Whoops.
I'm sure
It's
Phil.
all right. It took me a while to remember that too.
I'm sure Phil Mason is petitioning for it right now.
That would be nice for them.
So under 10 seconds left on that play clock. LC's going to have to run a play quick here.
And they just get it off. Garcia takes it. He's got some room to his left.
Oh, he's got a lot
some
of room.
space.
Yeah.
Down to the 30, to the 20, and he is tackled inside the 20-yard line. Lake Central in the red zone now. 2:24 left on the clock.
Talk about not having one good run the whole game. And then bursting out for potentially the game-winning run right there. I mean, geez, Sir Felix does not, having a rough day, he doesn't care. Give him the ball. He's going to try to get the most yards he can. And right there, what a huge run by the star running back.
And the head coach of Michigan State, Phil Mason, he's going to be forced to use those timeouts
This is
pretty soon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they game plan right here. We're at the 2-minute mark.
And it looks like it's number 40, Ben Basco, taking the handoff for Lake Central, and he is swarmed
So, yeah,
by
quick
the
timeout.
defenders. Timeout with 1:53. And one more first down, and that's ball game. But they got to get this first down.
Yeah, a loss of play right there, though, for the Indians. I mean, it's going to be close.
This would set up the 3rd win for the Indians on the season.
This is going to be crazy if LC can pull out and win this game. I
Absolutely.
can't remember the last time they had 3 wins in a season. This LC team has been, a laughing stock of region football, and for them to win against a good Michigan City team, I think it put them back in the talk.
I think it would be
And the
probably
over-under for this team was 2.5 games, and a lot of people took the under in the betting world, the underground betting world of high school.
2nd and 11, 153 left. Michigan City got 1 timeout left, so
and Lake Central has to take care of the football here.
yeah, you just hold on to the ball. That's all I can say.
Sedano hands it off to Sir Felix Garcia. And
Little push right there, and another quick timeout.
that'll bring up 3rd down.
This is a big play. And how about this? If you're LC, do you go for it if it's 4th down?
I feel like
I don't think so.
if I was Coach Bart, I would. You're pretty sound job. You go for it.
It's
You know,
just it would
You're pushing Michigan City even further back, even if you don't get it.
for a win. It would require Michigan City an extra point and the touchdown. So I don't know. It'd be a tough call.
But if you kick a field goal and he makes it,
That's what I'm
then-
saying. Yeah, it'd be tough. Because kickers can miss extra points. We've seen it, across all platforms of football.
We saw Baldwin miss one earlier in the season. I believe it was in the Crown Point game. He shanked it. And it was down on this goal
they didn't
post.
score in the Crown Point game.
Exactly.
Oh,
He
yeah.
shanked it.
So this
So-
is a big play.
And Michigan City out of timeouts.
And offense takes the field. Nyko lines up in the slot.
I expect a run right here. I do not assume they will pass the ball.
Michigan City looks ready for the run.
They will
Sedano.
pass it. Sedano goes to Garcia, and that is
Dropped.
incomplete. Wow.
And the offense is saying they want to go for it, and they're going to kick it.
I think that was a walk-in touchdown right there if he catches that.
That's all. That's a game. That's the game right there if he catches it. It doesn't even have to be in the touchdown. He was going to be past the first down marker.
And who knows? Right here, a lot could go wrong in this. Not only if he misses that.
A block,
Yeah.
a bad snap.
We've seen Michigan City special teams.
They're close to blocking these. They've done a couple today on the punts.
And
I think
Here
the
we go.
key thing is just don't jump off sides.
28-yard field goal kick is up, and that one
It's
looks
good.
good.
Right down the middle.
It is Lake Central 13, Michigan City 7.
So here we go, a minute 38. Now we're gonna have to see Lauren. If you're Lauren, you just gotta erase the whole game. Don't worry that you've thrown a couple of interceptions. You gotta show up for your team right here.
And Michigan State will have to do it with no timeouts.
That's the tough part.
And a lot of LC fans who are watching at home got to be pretty disappointed that this game was not played last night. As this has that tense game feel.
I do want to say this. I think the conversation after this is if they played it last night, is it a different story?
I think so.
Is the fatigue
I believe so.
is the fatigue factor for Michigan City, because it probably wouldn't be there as much, and I don't know. In my opinion, it might be a different story.
There's always
But-
two sides to a story. I think it would have been a different outcome. Or we'll see. I think it'd be a different score for sure.
Say if Lake Central had to travel all the way out to Michigan City,
Good kick.
I doubt they would have, faced this result. So
Wow, what a great play by the special teams.
That's number 52, Carter Schuster.
minute 31 left on the clock here at the burial grounds.
And Lake Central, they got Caleb Griffin and Jared Ivy back there.
Ivy moving up towards the line of scrimmage.
Defense looks like it's going to blitz right here, put pressure on the quarterback.
Nope,
They
drop
rush
back.
4 guys, and that one is caught.
That was a the pass could have gone both ways right there. That was wide open.
Lake
And
Central
they got to
is
get to the line right away.
Yeah.
very lucky to keep them in bounds, though. Lake Central's got to watch the outside and over the top.
Yeah, I mean, no timeouts. Definitely, there's time to do something here for Michigan City. They do have to get in the end zone, though. And drops it. I think that would have been smart to drop it. It looked like if he would have caught it, he would have been inbounds. Time would have kept going. So there is a player on the field that is down, number 2. And it looks like he's getting out back quickly. Maybe a little cramp on the leg right there.
Get up there.
And that's a key part of this Michigan City offense. He has the only touchdown for the Wolves so far. So this is going to be a little breather for both teams, actually.
That's number 2 for Michigan City, who went down.
Kadarius Jones.
Yeah, we saw him, kind of take over on the jet sweeps. Could just be a little worn out. Wish him the best, but he's able to get up and walk under his own power, which is always great to see after a player goes down.
Bottom of your screen, I mean, it's 3 receivers right there. I imagine you got to throw it on that side.
Lillard takes a snap. He throws to his left, and that one is caught by Mike Bradford.
And I understand that's a first down, and that does stop the clock, so they can move the chains. But you got to run a little more yardage plays on these drives. So 1st and 10, time keeps ticking as we're under a minute now.
So this is setting up for a wild finish here at the Burial Grounds.
And Lake Central, they cannot get beat over the top on a big play here. Larrett.
Pressure coming.
He's trying to get out of bounds.
He's got to get out of bounds. And he's
Ivy
out. On the time keeps running.
Keeps him in.
So we're about the
Approaching the 30-second
mark. This is a big play right here. Michigan City offense does not seem like they know what's going on out there.
Me and Josh are on the edge of our seats right now for the ending of this game.
I'm out of my seat.
Lauren takes the snap.
You got to get out.
Went the wrong way there. Armand Irving able to bring him down. 13 seconds. Clock keeps ticking.
And the clock does stop because it is a first down. But
Barely. Wow.
12 seconds left here. And we see our resident photographer, Charles Beard, running around there. Always great to see him out there.
So 7 seconds left. I mean,
this is likely the last play of the game
this
here.
is going to be the last play of the game.
Brent drops back. He's going deep.
And it's going
And
to be
there.
picked off.
intercepted, Caleb Griffin. And that's the ball game.
Caleb Griffin makes up for the dropped picks. Seals
Wow.
the deal for the Indians.
Lake Central, maybe the upset of the year in the region, pulls it off. Lake Central 13, Michigan City 7. Wow.
And Griffin is met by the whole team out there on the field.
Unbelievable ending to this game. Lake Central pulls it off.
What a game, folks.
Happy homecoming, people.
Wow. I'll be honest, who saw this coming?
Not I.
Nope, nobody saw this one
I
coming.
didn't see it coming.
Oh, Jack. It's always great to have you here.
Yeah, thank
Who
you.
knows, maybe our
What a
love
game.
charm?
This was a great game, man. I can't believe this. Yeah, thanks for having me back. This is probably one of the best games I've seen LC play in a while, especially on the defensive side. I mean, this is a great win for LC, and it's going to be interesting to see how they go on with this. They have one more home game left, so I think you can expect a great atmosphere for that game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our coverage on this Saturday afternoon. Thank you for tuning in with us. Lake Central 13, Michigan City 7 is your final score. Lake Central pulls off the upset. We will see you in 2 weeks for senior night as Lake Central takes on Merrillville. If you're going to the homecoming dance, have a safe night. Have a great day, everyone.